Over the past 2 weeks, I have been trying a glucose monitor that is a continuous blood glucose monitor that checks my blood sugar and tells me how my blood sugar is affected by stress, anxiety, exercise, and food. What I found is pretty remarkable, and I want to share the results with you. So come along with me on my journey, and I'll show you how this could benefit you. Hello, beautiful friends. My name is Monica Paz. I'm a certified nutritionist and a functional nutrition lifestyle practitioner. I'm also the founder of Nourish Functional Nutrition, where I teach you how to get to the root causes of your symptoms and how to use food as medicine. In this channel, I give you all of the tools that I have at my disposal to help you go from confused and frustrated about your health to empowered and excited to take your health to the next level. If you like what you see, be sure to subscribe and remember to tap on the bell so that you can get notified when I release a new video. I think we all agree that sugar is inflammatory, that it causes harm in our bodies, and that we feel really terrible after we eat sugar for a long time. We even know what it does to our children, and we discourage them from eating too much sugar. But really, how much harm does sugar do to our bodies? So in this video, I want to tell you about what happened during the 14 days that I decided to have a blood sugar monitor in my arm so that I could monitor what was happening in my body. So I'm going to show you a summary of what that time was like. And so I signed on to this website, this program called Levels, and I'll put a link in the notes. But Levels is a company that provides an app that helps you take a blood sugar monitor and pair it with what you're eating, how much stress you have, when you're exercising, and what the effects of all of these things are on the body. What I found out was remarkable. I have been sugar challenged, you can say, for a long time because I'm a dietitian, I'm a nutritionist, and I have been very curious about this since my dad died from diabetes complications. So about 5 years ago, I did a blood sugar monitoring month where I used a glucometer to check my blood sugar, and you can check my videos. I have talked about that in the past. I found out that my blood sugar was higher than I expected, and I wanted to bring it down. So what I did was I got rid of all sugar, all fruit, and ate just vegetables, grains, and meats during 1 month, and healthy fats. And my sugar came down dramatically. So all my sugar levels have been normal for a long, long time. And I had no reason to think that my blood sugar was not normal because my labs showed that it is, and that I'm in the good ranges. But I had a huge surprise when the very first day, or actually the second day of wearing the continuous blood sugar monitor, I found out just what effect sweet potatoes, parsnips, and a root vegetable soup had on my blood sugar. Normal blood sugar levels are between 80 and 120. And that's, 80 when you're fasting, 120 when you've eaten a meal. 1 hour after eating lunch on Sunday, I had a lot of carbs, like maybe 50 grams of carbs. And 50 grams of carbs is like 2 cups of potato soup and a piece of bread and some kombucha. All that spiked my blood sugar to 225. And so what happens when blood sugar is that high is that it has an effect on all the cells in the entire body. So it's very interesting to find out what sugar is doing to you, but also how fast it can go up. And the question is, does it maintain, does it keep that range level for a long time? The longer it's high, the more harm it's going to do to you. And so that's what that translates into for you, is that when you have feelings of fatigue or feelings like you have to take a nap or you don't have the energy and you need another hit of sugar, what your body's saying to you is that you've had too much sugar and that is shutting down so that you can recover from that. And so what do? I recommend that you move. And it's amazing. Once you have a continuous blood glucose monitor, you can see the effect of a little exercise on the sugar. And I'll show you an illustration of that. I'll put it in here so that you can see it. But we went for a walk, and when we got back, my blood sugar had dropped all the way down to 60. So why is that? Because when you have hyperglycemia, when the blood sugar goes up and your pancreas is secreting insulin, that insulin is not making connection to the sugar, and that's why the sugar gets out of control. What happens is the pancreas over-secretes insulin, and then it processes all that sugar, and if you exercise, it's going to drop it. So in both cases, when the blood sugar goes up, it comes down, but if you exercise, it actually comes down faster. So about 2 hours later, when we got back from our walk, we had gone for some tea and then came back all walking. It was probably a 3 to 4 mile walk. My blood sugar was down to 60, so way 20 points below what is normal. And then that's when you start feeling shaky and like you could eat a house. That's the time that you want to eat protein, fiber, and fat so that you can balance the blood sugar. So I want to show that to you so that you can get a feel for what I'm talking about. So I got my continuous blood glucose monitor, and I have put it in my arm right here. So very painless. And what I'm going to do now is I'm going to put a patch to protect it. So I have the paper that goes straight over the circle, and I just protect my patch just like that. I'm going to be wearing this for 2 weeks, and during those 2 weeks I'm going to be checking my blood sugar when I wake up, before I eat, after I eat, and it's painless. The name of the company is Levels. If you're interested in contacting them, they are doing a beta test right now and allowing people to do this. Levels will send you an app, and you have 2 apps. The Libre app, which is a continuous blood glucose monitor that checks your blood sugar, and then the Levels app helps you monitor and track what you're eating and your activities to see what the blood sugar is doing. So right now I'm going to check my blood sugar and see what it is. It's 99. It's been about an hour and a half since I ate. So this gives me an idea. And what they do is they give you a chart that tracks how your blood sugar is doing. But when you check your Levels app, the Levels app also gives you a metabolic score. And that metabolic score, when you open it up, it tells you what you did and how it affected your blood sugar. So I'm going to be showing you what exercise and food and stress does to my blood sugar today. I've been up for a little bit, maybe about an hour, and I haven't eaten anything. So I'm getting ready to check my blood sugar. And all I do is I get my app ready, I click on it, and then I click on check glucose and put the sensor near my arm. Just as easy as that. And then I check my blood sugar, and it's 91. So I'm gonna go for a walk now, and I'll show you guys what happens. So I just got back from my 20-minute walk, and let's see what happened to my blood sugar. With the Libre app, you record what you just did and what you ate. I haven't eaten yet, and I just put my phone right by the sensor. Come on, ready to scan. There we go. And look at that. My blood sugar is 92. The reason it's 92 and it didn't change at all is because I haven't eaten. So I have cortisol. Cortisol is working in my body to increase my blood sugar, and the walk is working to decrease. What's really interesting and what I found out is that when my blood sugar is high, it goes above range, all I have to do is march in place or lift some weights. That's what I have been doing lately, is using kettlebells and things like that whenever I want to have something that has more carbs than what I'm used to eating. Then exercise has a great effect on my body, and that's a healthy way of processing sugar, because your body uses the muscles in order to help you process and maximize the effect of insulin on your body. So So important during this time. What I found out is that also when I'm stressed out, my blood sugar goes up, that oats are not as bad as I thought. And then here's the kicker, the thing that I really was able to prove was that resistant starch is a wonderful thing. And resistant starch is the starch that does not get digested in your digestive system. That is oats that are not cooked, but that sit overnight in liquid, like overnight oats. Plantains, green bananas, not ripe bananas, but green bananas, and cooled down starches like rice and potatoes. Amazing. I will also show you the effect of that. One night I had potatoes out of the oven. My blood sugar shot up to 175. The next night I had the same meal and it went up to 150. So 25 points below. And it remained steady and came down gradually. So you don't want those huge spikes and you don't want the big dips. You just want something balanced. What I found was that nuts and protein are great for me. My blood sugar can be really even. And when your blood sugar is even, you feel balanced, your energy lasts a long time. You should be able to go 4 or 5 hours without eating. And the goal is to have sustainable energy that lasts a long time so that you can go a long time and eat nourishing meals when you do eat and not snack all the time and feel like you're starving and having to nap. So I hope that was helpful for you. But if you want more information on levels, you can go to levels.com and apply and be on a waiting list to be able to use a continuous blood glucose monitor. At this time, doctors do not prescribe this unless you have diabetes. And so you can go to this website where this company is recruiting people to test their apps so that you can provide them with information and they can improve their products. So I found this to be very beneficial, and I would do it again in a heartbeat because it taught me so much about my body and how it works. And I hope that this was helpful to you. Before I go, I want to invite you to my 10-day Ditch the Sugar Challenge. It's not just about checking your blood sugar. You can do that if you want to. But when you remove sugar from your life for even just a small period of time, you will feel so much better. You will feel the energy come back. You will be able to sleep better, have better moods, more focus, and even shed a few pounds if that's what you're interested in doing. But I think this fall is a great time to do this as we prepare to the holidays. It's a good time to give our bodies a break and to feel more focused and healthier. So I want to give you 10 days for free of my time. I'm going to be giving you a link where you can sign up for this free challenge. There's a couple of prices at the very end. If you look at the details, you will find out that it's very worth it. But most of all, to do it with someone that you love. Bring somebody along, do it together, and let's have fun this fall, shedding the sugar, shedding the pounds, and regaining our energy. So be sure to subscribe and look in the notes for a link. I will see you in the next video. Bye-bye.